Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming out. Aren't we all glad that the rain stopped? It's beautiful out here. And I want you to think about that these girls are going to be playing out here in this weather. So that's what's really impressive about today. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Summer McGee, and it is my pleasure to serve as the 22nd president of Salem Academy and College. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome all of you to Salem College today as we celebrate the grand opening of this brand new NCAA Salem Spirits beach volleyball court. This is such an exciting moment for our community, for our student athletes, and for all of those who love the sport of volleyball like I do. Many of you know that I was a volleyball player back in the day, and whenever I get a chance to play with some of these students, I take advantage of that, but I was never brave enough to play on the sand. So this is a whole other level of athleticism that you're about to see from these athletes. This afternoon, I would like to welcome the local officials, the business community members, and Salem College friends who have joined us here today. In particular, I would like to recognize the chair of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Patrice Black-Davis. I would also like to recognize our representative, Kanika Brown, the representative of the North Carolina House District 71. I would like to thank all of our community members, our trustees, faculty and staff, and students who have joined us here today. And we are also so grateful to Greater Winston-Salem, Inc. for your partnership with Salem for today's event. For those of you who may not know, beach volleyball has a rich history dating all the way back to the 1920s when it gained popularity on the beaches of California. Since then, it has grown into an internationally recognized sport, making its Olympic debut in 1996 at the Atlanta Games. Unlike indoor volleyball, beach volleyball presents its own unique challenges, from shifting sands to the unpredictable winds and, of course, perhaps a little precipitation from time to time. This makes beach volleyball a true test of adaptability and skill. Of course, what we are doing here today represents so much more than just a game and our commitment to our most recent NCAA sport. This is about our commitment to teamwork, to endurance, to skill, and of course the joy of competition. This court represents a space for athleticism, for friendship, and for community. This is of course not just about the sport itself, but what it represents for our entire Winston-Salem community. We hope that this new facility will bring people together across Winston-Salem, across the Triad, inspiring new athletes, and of course reinforcing Salem's ongoing commitment to our growth through competition and through sport. With the rising popularity of beach volleyball at both the collegiate and professional levels, we are confident that this court will serve as a magnet for future Salem spirits and also be a fantastic place for the Winston-Salem community to benefit from. I mean, who doesn't want to go to the beach? We know that this vision would not have been possible without the tenacious and dedicated vision of our indoor and beach volleyball head coach, Barry Reimer. Shortly after I arrived at Salem, and long before his astonishing transformation of the Salem Spirits indoor volleyball program, Barry raised the question to me as to whether Salem would ever consider beach volleyball. I was a little skeptical at first. Were we going to build a beach in Winston-Salem? I don't know. But the more I learned about the sport and its incredible growth across this region, there are over 100 NCAA beach volleyball teams around the country, and most of those are here in the Southeast. So the more I learned, the more I believed, yeah, Salem can do this. And Barry, through his incredible leadership of our volleyball athletes and of our program, I decided that this was the next NCAA sport that we needed to have here, thanks to Barry's incredible leadership. So I am so grateful that all of you are here today. We promise this is going to be a short ceremony. We know it's chilly out here. So I'm so grateful that you all are here with us, and it is now my pleasure to welcome Jordan Edwards, the Membership Development Specialist of Greater Winston-Salem, Inc.
Hello everyone and welcome. Greater Winston-Salem Inc. is really excited to see any kind of investment in our community, especially when it comes from Salem. Salem has been a member of Greater Winston-Salem Inc. in 2025 for officially 90 years. And that kind of partnership is really unique, and I believe it shows their steadfast dedication to what it means to be a community partner and what it means to seek out partnerships to help yourself with growth and also be committed to the community vision in and of itself. One thing that I wanted to mention today is whenever we began working on this ribbon cutting ceremony for Salem, I was really excited and struck by how Michael, the athletic director, which I will introduce here shortly, his vision and the excitement he has for the community and what he sees as this just not being an athletic arena, but also what it means for the community. Him and I were just sharing that he has great plans for a beach volleyball tournament for Winston-Salem. And as we all know, people do come for sporting events, but they like to stay for the community. So we're really excited that we're going to have another avenue for showing Winston-Salem and also welcoming new visitors in. So without further ado, to keep my remarks brief so everyone stays nice and warm, please join me in welcoming Michael.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all again for coming. President McGee, thank you for your unwavering support in our athletics. Today can't be possible without her leadership and commitment to this college and then this community. This ribbon cutting represents more than a significant step of beach volleyball. It's an investment into Salem College. We have to understand that we're investing into Salem College for the growth of enrollment and our student athletes. This also opens the door for intramurals and recreations for both the academy and college. So every day, Salem is looking to how can we better support our student athletes and provide more, and today, this shows what we're doing. I want to thank our senior leadership for being here, supporting this, our faculty and staff, our community as well. Tina Kramer, thank you for all the work you have done, because this hasn't been possible without you. And then now I just want to introduce our head coach, Barry Reimer, and his assistant coach, Kelly Coates, because they're actually going to be the ones leading this program, taking us to the next level, and making sure we're competitive at the NCAA level. So please introduce Barry. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm really grateful for the support that President McGee and the school has shown for providing the funding to help us build these courts, and just with the indoor program in general, we just seem to receive a tremendous amount of support. I want to thank the owners of Beach South for agreeing to help us build the courts. I'm thrilled as a coach to see the growth of our volleyball program here at Salem. I want to mention that beach volleyball is one of the fastest growing NCAA sports of all time. The number of programs with beach volleyball has more than tripled over the past 10 years. There are over 100 NCAA colleges that have beach volleyball. We are fortunate to be one of a handful of Division III schools to start a program. I think there's about 450 Division III schools, and I think there's only maybe 10 Division III schools that currently have a beach volleyball program. So I'm thrilled to be in this position. When I accepted the indoor volleyball coaching job, we started with a handful of people and one win all season. 3 years later, we tripled the size of our roster and we won 30 matches. My vision is we can have a similar success with Salem College Beach Volleyball Program. I just want to thank you again for all the support you have provided myself and the program here at Salem. I would love to invite all of you to come watch our first match on these awesome courts on March the 6th. And now let me turn it back over to President Summer McGee.
All right, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. As we cut this ribbon today, let us not just think of this as an opening of a court, but as an opening of new possibilities. Possibilities for young athletes to dream big, to imagine that they too can be someday a collegiate athlete, a Division III athlete, and of course, an athlete here at Salem College. And for the Winston-Salem community to come together and experience the thrill of playing on the sand. So without further ado, let's officially open this court and get the game started. Who's ready to serve up some fun?
Coach, hop in there. There we go.
Come on up, come on up. Here, Barry, you take a handle. Michael, do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, this officially concludes our ceremony this afternoon. It is my pleasure to invite all of you to walk up the path into our Bryant Hall gymnasium to join us for some light refreshments and enjoyment. For any of our public officials or anyone else that is here today, we would love to invite you up to take a group photo here on the court with us. Thank you again for being here. We look forward to seeing you on March 6th. Wear your long underwear. I have a feeling it might be a chilly for the spectators, but we can't wait to see these players begin to compete in a new era of Salem College beach volleyball. Thanks and have a great afternoon.